Hey, Steve Mills here, and back with you sharing some more tried, tested and proven ways in which you can grow your business on my podcast. It's great to be back again. That's 2 days on the trot now. I'm doing much better than I was last week. Got a little bit more time, and so I'm really going to try and push things forward and help as many people as I can. Today I wanted to talk to you about something called hope marketing. It's an expression I heard, I can't remember from who, but it was quite a long time ago. And basically it's around, most businesses put out some marketing, they spend an amount of money in the hope that it actually works. And do you know what? That is probably one of the most foolish, crazy things that you can do, particularly if that hope is significant. In other words, if the investment is significant. Marketing, I believe, is all about, risk and reward. Generally speaking, the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. If you think about it, certainly traditionally that happened. If you want to market your business, go and advertise on ITV. Why wouldn't you? It might cost you a couple of £1,000,000, but it's probably going to work for you and create a phenomenal amount of business and interest in what you do. The problem is that the risk is significant, isn't it? What happens if it doesn't work? What happens if you blow £2 million? If you're, a Vodafone or an Apple or somebody like that, then, arguably that's, not the end of your business, because clearly those guys have got big budgets. But if you're a small business and you even invest £4,000 or £5,000 in a local radio advert without actually knowing whether it's going to work or not, just hoping it's going to work, then you're really asking for trouble. And some of the time, let's face it, marketing doesn't work. I've been doing this 25 years and I still do marketing that doesn't work. But what I don't do is ever take too big a risk. I'll take a small conservative risk without taking a big risk on my business, because, I don't want to do that. It's all about being prudent. I'm from Yorkshire. I don't like wasting money, and neither should you, particularly not on marketing. So if you're going to invest money, we need to, A, have an understanding of the risk factor, B, take precautions to lower the risk factor, and C, make sure that we measure what we're getting in return. We don't just hope, we don't just think it was profitable, we know it was profitable. I want to talk to you about mitigating risk as well before I finish today. So, how can you reduce the risk? If you have, something like a radio campaign or something like that, it's going to cost, let's say, £3,000, £4,000, £5,000. I'll use 5,000 because that's a sort of a round number. It's going to cost you £5,000. Will it work? Well, the truth is you don't know. The radio station are going to tell you it does. And it will, but the truth is you don't know. So what you might want to do is try to mitigate it. So you might want to, for example, go and speak to loads of other businesses who are like yours or similar to yours, who've advertised on the radio and found it incredibly successful. That could be one way of doing it. It might be that instead of spending 5,000, you agree to an initial, let's say, 500 or £1,000. I know the radio station will tell you, well, you need to be on the radio for X amount of time before it actually works. Do you know what? That's just BS. If it doesn't work on the first time at all, if you don't get any leads the first week, what makes you think you're going to get leads the second week? You could argue that you would get more leads the second week because people are going to start to familiarise, get to know you and your business and your advertising and so on. But if it doesn't work at all, then it probably won't work on week 6 either. So, that's just a couple of ideas there, ways in which you can reduce the risk factor in your advertising. But basically, my message is not to do marketing that you don't know whether it's going to work or not. Let's just test it and try it. Change a few things, change the headline, change the copy, add pictures, remove pictures, change pictures, add video, change video, and do anything to test different elements of that marketing to make sure that you get the best possible return on investment from every marketing pound that you spent and every marketing action that you take. That's ultimately what you need to do. So I really hope you do that. So that's about it, I think, really. So no more hope marketing. Let's be a little bit more factual. Let's be a little bit more scientific about this. And let's start measuring our marketing. Let's start marketing testing in order to improve performance. And let's start making sure that we stop or reduce the amount of time, money and effort that we all waste on marketing. So thank you very much for listening. If you want to really grow your business, then I'd love to help you. I'd love to be the person that basically stops you doing that hope marketing and helps you be a little bit more pragmatic with it. So if you are interested in a conversation about that, I'd love to do that with you. What I'd like to offer you is a free, what I call marketing strategy meeting. Now, I only do a couple of those a week. They normally cost £400, but as you're a follower on my podcast, I'd like to offer you the opportunity of having one. Now, it's first come, first serve. I can't deal with, 200 inquiries, but if you would like to arrange a meeting with me, I'd be very happy to do so. We could perhaps pick an element of marketing that you want to work on. And during that time, we could work out what we can do to improve the effectiveness of it. Perhaps, let's say, for example, you're doing some, Google pay-per-click advertising. Perhaps we can have a discussion about how you can improve the effectiveness of that. Or maybe you win in a lot of business right now from referral, and we could have a conversation about that too. So that's the type of thing I want to offer you. So if you want to do that, you can go to my website, which is www.stevemills.co. Just to clarify, that's .co, not .com, .co, and go there and you'll see at the top along the banner a page called Book a Free Meeting. Just click on that, go and look at my diary, which is on there, and you can just book a meeting at a time and a place that's convenient for you. So thank you ever so much for listening, and I look forward to sharing some more great ideas, tried, tested and proven ideas that I've gleaned from some of the leading experts in the world for over 25 years. Thank you very much for listening.